Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Today is Thursday, April 21st, and I'm going to show you the haul that Keith and I got yesterday at Salvation Army. They do 50% off on Wednesdays, so we usually venture out to at least one just to see what we can find. So we'll just jump right on in. We spent $76.86 on 20 items, so that's an average of $3.60 an item. The first item up is this Nat Nast men's size large button front shirt. This is a brand that we used to find pretty regularly in Pittsburgh back when we lived there. And it was a higher end bread and butter. They usually went for about 25 to 30. It has been several years since I've seen this brand, so I'll have to comp it, but I'm hoping it hasn't been devalued too much, which is why you shouldn't race to the bottom. I have to mention that at least once in every video. Chasing that fast nickel and racing to the bottom only ruins the entire market on brands for everybody, guys. List stuff at what it's worth and be patient. Okay, so this is the Columbia men's size medium. This is a Pfv Fishing Shirt. You guys see me with these all the time. They have the PFG on them. They have the vented back. And they are fishing shirts. We find a lot of these here in Florida. And these usually do pretty well. Since this is a plain blue one, size medium, this will probably go up for about 20 bucks. When you find the ones with the graphics or the prints and the larger sizes, they can go up to 25, 30, 35 even in some cases, just depending. Here's a pearl snap. You guys know by now, our two favorite things to source for men's clothing are pearl snap shirts and fishing shirts. They are solid bread and butter. Some brands are actually money brands and bolos. But any fishing shirts, any pearl snap shirts, we usually source when we find them, regardless of the brand. They sell quickly. They have a higher sell-through rate or faster sell-through rate than most other clothing. And this one is Resellers extra long tails. Now you can see that the size tag here and the material tag is faded. And I would pass on stuff like that if it were lower end bread and butter. But since this is a Resellers pearl snap, I will go ahead and take the measurements on this and put that in the listing and just let them know, you know, the size tag is not there, but to just pay attention to the measurements. Next up, we have a Real Legends size medium. So this is another fishing shirt, vented. You always want to use vented fishing shirts on these types of shirts. And so this one will probably go for about 18 to 20. Real Legend is a good brand. It's just not as sought after and doesn't comp as high as the Columbia PFG. This is J. Ferrari. So that's a good brand. At least it used to be. We'll see. But this is a nice pearl snap, you guys. This one has embroidery on it. Can you see it? And it's plaid. It's a nice pearl snap with the darker pearl snap buttons. And it was a size large. So that was a good find. Those were all the men's shirts. We're going to get into the women's shirts now with a North Face. This was exciting to find. So you guys may have heard horror stories about North Face, and I just want to address that very quickly. When you sell North Face new with tags, you can get hit from eBay to take it down because North Face does go after people who list new with tags, as does Patagonia sometimes. As long as you're saying it's used, you'll be fine. I think they had some issues with employees stealing clothes in the past and then listing them on eBay. So just be wary of that if you have new with tags. But this is used, so we'll be fine. I'm not worried about any VROs or any action taken or us being asked to take the listing down. This is a woman's plaid button front shirt, and I'm really excited to find it. I don't really see North Face that often. Next up, we have YMI. This is a women's brand that, for the most part, I will pass on. For the most part, it's kind of poop. They do have the Wanna Betta Butt line of jeans. The YMI Wanna Betta Butt jeans, I do say, are a bolo. They will only sell for $18 to $22, depending on which size you have and style and stuff. But they typically sell within a week or two of being listed, and they ship first class. So they are really, really fast return on your investment. If you can find one Bed Butt jeans for a couple of bucks, you're going to turn that couple of bucks into, minus fees and shipping, like 11 or 12 bucks within a couple of weeks. So sometimes like bread and butter items for me are BOLO if they're fast returns on my investment, and you can flip that money over into profit more quickly. So the exception for YMI is obviously the one Bed Butt jeans, but this is a woman's pearl snap. And we love our pearl snaps. And it's a nice denim pearl snap. I'll probably use the keyword chambray. So that was a nice find as well. Next up, we have a Lucky brand. I'm trying to get the tag so y'all can see it. A Lucky brand. This is just a tank top, t-shirt material. Lucky brand t-shirts and tank tops like this will sell for about 16 to 20. This one's probably going to be more like 16. It's an extra small. But this was like $1.50 half off. So I snatched it up. I think I mentioned last week in my haul video, I like to find popular jean brands on shirts. We do really well with those. So this is Jack's Girlfriend. I've only ever had one or two Jack's Girlfriend shirts before, but they sold for like $20 or more. I believe we just sold one recently on Poshmark. This one is a pearl snap, and it is a flannel, thicker material. So I'll use flannel as a keyword, pearl snap. It has roll tab button sleeves, if you're unfamiliar. Sleeves that have the capability of buttoning up with this little strip here. You roll up the sleeve and then you button it to hold it up. Those are called roll tab button sleeves. So this was a good find. And then we have a shirt. So I saw this tag. It's thread supply. And something about it, like I either had like deja vu or just a memory of somebody showing this somewhere, mentioning it. So I took it with me in my cart. And at the end, when we sit down and inspect everything for damage and stains to make sure that we're not getting anything home that we can't list, we also comp items that we're unfamiliar with at the end. I looked this up, and this is going to go for about $25, maybe a little more or less, give or take. I kind of do quick lookups at the thrift store, but I just like to make sure that it's worth bringing home. So the little, alarm bells I had, or deja vu or whatever it was, something told me to grab this brand. And when I comped it, I was very pleasantly surprised. So I did bring this home. Just so you know, every time we go thrifting, anything we see that we know is something that you should source by brand or style, we put in our cart. Anything that we're unsure of that we know we need to comp, we put in our cart. And we don't stand there and look at the items and look them over at the racks. Anything that we think we're going to want to take home, we put in our cart. The reason being, if you're unsure of something and you leave it on the rack and then you later comp it and go back for it, somebody else might have already taken it and you've lost out if it ended up being something really great. Also, if you're standing at the racks and looking things over for the damage and the stains, rips, or whatever, you're also taking more time to go through the racks and grab everything that's going to be worthwhile for you to source that day. So we try to go through the racks as quickly as we can, just flick, and grab any and everything that we know we want or think we want or are unsure of. And then at the end, after we've gone through everything, we find a nice quiet corner in the store and we'll go over each item and check it for damage. And then we'll comp anything we're unsure of and then put it back if we're not taking it home. So this was another one I was unsure of, but I grabbed it. A lot of these outdoorsy type shirts that have, like Columbia has the Omni shade, or they have Insecta Shield and stuff like that. Those are usually pretty good to grab. So I did comp it, and it comped around $25, $30. So this was a good find as well. And my instincts paid off with this one too. This was an exciting brand to find in a shirt. This is a good jeans brand. You guys saw me pull several of these pairs out of my ThredUp box when I did the unboxing this week. And this is a Madewell women's button front shirt. And again, the jeans brands do pretty well in the shirts. I call them jeans brands. I'm sure they're just clothing lines that make clothing for women. But when I say jeans brands, I mean it's jeans that I usually look for in those brands. And then I like to sell the shirts as well. All right, speaking of jeans, we're into the pants now. These are Democracy. I've shown these on here before. I used to be able to flip these for about $45. Now I start them around $35 or $30 because they have people have erased this brand at the bottom, but they do have the ab technology. So any jeans that have any kind of shaping or slimming to them are a good find. I still like Democracy. It is still a good brand. I just wish I could still get $45 for it. Next up, we have Lane Bryant. So this is a pair that I got for $2, half off. These were $3.99. If these had been $9.99, I would not have bought them for $5 because, unfortunately, Lane Bryant is another one of those brands that's not worth on eBay what it used to be. It is a good plus-size brand, as is Torrid. I just won't pay up for them anymore because there are too many people listing them for way less than what they're worth. But these are a size 22. And look at the legs. Aren't they cute? They have little lace pieces on the hems. So, yeah, I passed on probably 6 other pairs of Lane Bryant and like 3 Torrid that were $9.99 to start and would have been $5 half off. This is the only one I found that was less than that I was willing to bring home with me. Next up, we have Real Legends. So you guys just saw this in a fishing shirt. This is a well-known men's outdoorsy / fishing brand of clothing. These are camo cargos. So they have the cargo pockets on them. And they're like the woodland cargo pants. These will go for probably around $40 to $50. I'm hoping for higher, maybe even more. And then I found these tan desert camo. These are actually military issue uniform pants. You guys. Oh, that went really blurry. I'm sorry. Can you see it? No. Okay. These are pants with a tag that you guys are apparently not meant to see. I forgot to tell you the size on the men's Real Legends, a 38. So that's a bigger size too, which is why I'm hoping to go on the higher pricing with that. So if you guys ever see these military issue uniforms, whether it's the shirts or the pants, they're a good thing to grab. I did comp them real quick before we left, and I saw varying prices. It depended on the size, and like there's the green camo you guys have seen and are probably more familiar with, but like around $50. So there were 2 pairs, and I grabbed them both. And that one, this is a small short, as is this. So it has on the tag the inseam, the waist, and all of that. And then I'll do my own actual measurements and put both in the listing. There, now you can see it. But yeah, I did grab both pairs because when I comped them and was seeing what they went for, they were coming home with me. Next up is one of my favorite brands to find for men. These are BKEs. Now, women's BKEs are actually lower end bread and butter, which I actually pass on most days anymore because they're not worth $5. They sell for about $20 to $25. When I used to find BKEs for 99 cents when we lived in Pennsylvania, I would come home with them all the time. But they will sell for about $20 to $25, the women's BKEs. Now, the men's BKEs that have the names, there's Tyler, Cody, Dakota. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Do sell for a lot more. I talked about these a lot when I lived in Pittsburgh. I used to start these around $50 to $55 and take best offers of $45 all day long. I start them around $45 now, give or take. Sometimes I'll aim high for $50, but I'm usually going to get about $40 for these nowadays. These are a size 38, which is a good size. But yeah, if you see the men's BKE with the boys' names on them, they are still a BOLO. And hopefully they stay that way. All right. And lastly, I have a pair of men's Wrangler jeans. Now, men's Wrangler jeans, they're kind of like Levi's. They're all over the place. Some go for 20, some can go for 50. So you really got to look at what you're getting and the size and the style. These are 38 by 32. There are some Wrangler fire resistant pants. There are some Wrangler uniform pants and cargo pants and all different kinds of jeans. So you just really have to look at what you're getting and comp it before you leave, just to be sure. I will not pay $5 for Wranglers. So I will tell you that just like the Lane Bryant, there were probably 4 other pairs of men's Wrangler jeans that I left on the rack because their price tag was $9.99, which meant they would have been $5. These were fortunately some that were at $4.99, so I paid $2.50, which is fine. These will probably go out for around $40, give or take. I will definitely comp them before I put them up. Some of these brands, like I said, have just lost their value over time as people race to the bottom. And then some of the brands, it really, really depends on the size and the style of the jeans or the shirt that you have on what you can sell it for. Larger sizes always sell for more, and specific like styles and certain jeans will sell for a little bit more. So when you're comping, make sure you're looking all of that up as well. You don't have to find the exact item that you're listing, because then you're going to waste a ton of time comping. But if you have BKE Tyler jeans, you want to look up men's BKE Tyler jeans. You don't want to just put BKE jeans. And if you have a really big size or a plus size, you could type plus size just to see if the plus size in that brand is selling for more than the regular. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down in the comments, guys. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really helps the channel so, so much. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe. Help us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to join our Facebook group. It is called Flippin Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link down there for you. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money. And as always, thank you so, so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.